Hey guys, welcome to 7.4 to 7.6 Quartic, Quintic, and piecewise review. This video will cover our characteristics and also number 8 of your review. All right, so let's go ahead and start with our graph. You're looking for characteristics. First off, we are going to name it. So let's see what we can do a lot of without the calculator first. So if you look at the name, this one says x to the fourth, and the fourth is called a quartic. Okay, that is a quartic. Your parameters, it's your first and your last number. First number is 2, and the constant is also a 2. Your domain goes from left to right, and we're going to start off at negative infinity, ending at positive infinity. The range goes from low to high. I don't know what that is right now, so we're going to hold off on that. Your limits, that is your end behavior. Let's take a look at our left. As x is approaching negative infinity, see how it's going left? This one is your left. It is going up, so that makes it positive infinity. On the right side, x will always approach positive infinity. As x is approaching positive infinity, see how it's going to the right? That arrow is pointing up. These never change. Your x-intercept, we will be back for those. Your y-intercept is always the constant right here. So our y-intercept is 0, 2. Okay? Relative minimum, that's this one right here. Relative maximum, that's this one right here. Absolute minimum, that's this one right here. All these things we can't find yet. Absolute maximum, this is as high as it's going to go, and your absolute maximum is y equal positive infinity. Now regarding your interval increasing and decreasing, we will need to find some points first. So if you take a look, that's a lot. Okay? All right. Now let's go find some important things, and let's go ahead and name a few things. We're going to have to go to our calculator, so you're going to go to your calculator, go to your y equal, okay? I'm going to zoom 6 real quick just to see. There you go. All right. 2x raised to the fourth, right click, minus 5x raised to the third, right click, plus 3x plus 2. Make sure you type it in correctly and make sure this is a minus and not a negative. Now, you know you're not looking for you're looking for zeros, but you can't tell those. Let's see if we can find any of our zeros. We found one of them right there. That is this one right here, and that's 2 zeros. 3 decimal places. You know you also have another one here, but we don't know exactly what that is, so we're going to go find that one first, okay? So you're going to go second calc, and you're going to use the word 0, which is number 2. Take a look at our graph, and your 0 is right there. Now you see how I'm having a really hard time seeing that? You have 2 options. You can change your windows you want, or you don't have to. Here I can see it, so I'm not going to. Your cursor right now is here. I am wanting this x-intercept, so I am going to look for the left bound. So anywhere to the left. See how that point right there is to the left? Push enter, hit the x-intercept, couple points to the right, and it says the word 0. So that point right there is 1.438, comma 0. Okay. So there you have your 2 x-intercept. That's this point here and this point here. Let's go ahead and see if we can find our relative minimum, this point right here. So, second calc, minimum is number 3. I'm looking for this point right here, so I'm going to go a little to the left. See that? Anywhere to the left. This is the minimum, relative minimum. It's low, but it's not the lowest. Okay, you see how that arrow is to the right of it? Now hit enter, and the word minimum should come up. So your first minimum, relative minimum, is negative 0.406, comma 1.171. All right? We'll come back and write our x value right here. So negative 0.406. if you will write your x value, it will help you a lot on your interval increasing and decreasing, okay? All right, now on our graph, this right here is also a minimum, but it is your absolute minimum. So, second count, go to your minimum, number 3. I'm looking for this point. Right now I'm to the left, so I'm going to push enter, right bound. So I'm going to go to the right bound, enter, and you have found your other minimum. That is your absolute minimum. 1.753, comma, negative 0.789, okay? Write your point right here, 1.753. That's going to help you when we do interval increasing and decreasing in just a little bit. All right, so the only thing I'm looking for is your relative maximum. Let's go find that one first. Which one is your maximum? This part right here is your maximum. So second count, maximum is number 4. I am looking for this point here. It says left bound, so I need to be to the left of it. Right bound, so I need to be to the right of it. And I'm going to push enter. You see how it's blinking right there at your maximum. That is a relative maximum because it's not your highest, okay? So that is 0.528, comma, 3.003. There you go. All right, go ahead and write your maximum right there, 0.528, and that will help you a lot. All right, your range goes from low to high. Well, where is your lowest point? Right here. That is your absolute minimum right here. What is your y value right there? Well, the lowest y value is negative 0.789. This point right here going all the way up to infinity. Okay? So, look through. You got everything else. The only thing you have left is your interval increasing and decreasing. Start on the left, end on the right. Okay? I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so you guys can kind of see. And I'm going to talk you through it before I write the answers. Here we go. Looking at your graph, you're going to use your minimum and maximum to help you. Starting here, what is this graph doing? It is going down. That's interval increasing. From here to right here is your interval increasing. So decreasing, increasing. Always read from left to right. From here to here, you are decreasing. And from 1.753 all the way to infinity, you are increasing. So, did you guys see that? So now let's write our points. Here we go. Decreasing from negative infinity to negative 0.406. Okay? Let me zoom in out there so you guys can kind of see. You see that? All right. From here to here, we are increasing. So I'm increasing negative 0.406 going to 0.528. It's always your x value. This is why I make you guys write your x value. Next part, from 0.528 going to 1.753, you are decreasing. See that? And then you are increasing from 1.753 going to infinity. And there you have your answer. Alrighty, let's go to number 2. Let's take a look at our graph. This right here, highest degree is of 5, so this is quinted. Okay? Your parameters, your first number is 3, your last number is 2. That's your constant. If this was not here, it would be 0. You have to have the constant. For a quintic, domain is all real numbers. Your range is always all real numbers. Okay? In behavior, on the left, x will always approach negative infinity. On the right, X will always approach Y. Now let's see if it's going to go north or south, up or down. Left side pointing down, negative infinity. Right side pointing up, positive infinity. Okay? Next part. Okay. X-intercept. We're going to have 1, 2, 3. We'll be back for those. Y-intercept. It's always that number. 0, 2. Relative minimum. This one and this one. We'll be back for those. Relative maximum. This one and this one. We will be back for those. Okay? Absolute minimum. This is your lowest. So y is equal to negative infinity. Absolute maximum. It's your highest. That will be positive infinity. These guys, I will need to come back after I found your relatives. Okay? So let's go find, let's see what we're missing. We got to go find those. All right. Relative minimum. You have 2 of them. Okay? So let's go find both of them. Here we go. All right. Go to y equal. Hit clear. Type in your equation. 3x raised to the 5th plus 7x raised to the 4th minus 3x raised to the 3rd minus 12x squared plus 2. Make sure all your numbers are correct and hit graph. Okay. If you can't see all your graph, you have to play with it a little bit. So I can pretty much see all my graph. But I want to zoom in a little bit. So go to your window. Your x goes this way. Low is x minimum. Y is x maximum. Okay? Y goes up and down. Heading this way is max. Heading this way is minimum. All right. So when I go to my window, I want to be able to focus on it. Because if you notice the graph, it's kind of right there, but I have a hard time seeing it. And for that reason, we're going to play with the windows a little bit. All right. X minimum, instead of negative 10, how about I go to negative 4 so I can still see the graph. Maximum, how about we go to 4, okay? Don't need to change your scale. That's just going tick mark as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your Y minimum, this is like negative 4. I can see it. So I'm about negative 5. Y maximum, 2 right there as I can see. So how about we go to 5 as well? Kind of keep it, you know, symmetrical. And now hit graph. Now, do you guys see how we just zoom in so we can see it a little bit better? Knowing that, let's go ahead and find our minimum first. Second count, minimum's number 3. This is the one we're going to find first, okay? Left bound. If you can't see your cursor, look down here. It tells you where you are. Do not go up and down. Always use left and right. There's the first minimum. I'm looking for that point. Enter. Right boundary, I want to go to the right of that. Anywhere to the right. And yes, I want you to guess. So my first relative minimum is negative 1.112, comma, negative 3.111. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and write my point. Negative 1.112 right there. X value only. All right. Let's go find our other relative minimum. Second calc, number 3. This is the other one I'm looking for. You could just go in order from left to right. That's up to you. But since I just want to show you guys how to do it, we're going to try to keep it steady. Guess. Guess is not the answer. Make sure it says the word minimum. Okay. And there's your minimum. 0.880, negative 3.556. 0.880, comma, negative 3.556. Okay. So this right here is 0.880. All right, let's go find our relative maximum now. Okay, second count, don't need to redo it. Go number 4. We're going to find this one first. Okay, so let's go to our left side of that point right here. Left bound, right bound. See the word maximum? So you know you got it right. Negative 1.635, comma, negative 1.995. Write your x value here, negative 1.635. It will help you a lot when you have to go do your increasing and decreasing. Now, if you look at the graph, there is another maximum right here, relative maximum. So second calc, number 4. Here's my other relative maximum. Left bound, yes. Left side. Right bound, let's go to the right conditions. And that maximum, you guys see that E right there? And it's a negative 7. Go ahead and make that a 0, comma 2. We're just going to call that 0, okay? This number means 0.1, hang on, let me try again. 0.0000004.79. So in case you didn't know, let me show you what that number means, okay? Do not write that as an answer, just convert it to a 0. So 4.7904, E is times 10 to the negative 7. So all it means is you're going to move 7 times this way. So you're going to have, okay, 1, 2, 3, that's what it means, 4, 5, 6, 4, 7, 9, 0, 4. Basically rounded as a 0. Got it? All right. Knowing that, let's go ahead and go to our interval. Remember, you start at negative infinity, end on positive infinity. All right? Here we go. Starting at negative, I am increasing, decreasing, increasing, decreasing, increasing. See all that? If you just go in that order, it really helps. So this first one, increasing from negative infinity to negative 1.635. Hence the reason I write the x value. Decreasing goes from negative 1.635 going to negative 1.112. Increasing, let me see if I can put this up, okay, from here to here, okay? So I'm increasing from negative 1.112 going to 0, x value. Decreasing from 0 to that, 0.880, 0 going to 0.880. And then you have another increasing, so I'm going to just do it right here, okay? From 0.880 going to infinity. And there you have it, straight calculator work. And there's number 1 and number 2. All right, I told you I would cover number 8 with you in this video, so let's go to number 8, okay? All right, let's see if I can make this a little clearer. Here you're trying to find all zeros, okay? No decimals, please. So let's go to number 8 because your other teacher, Miss Wade, did all the other problems, so I'm going to do number 8 with you. You guys ready? All right, looking at this, I'm going to have 5 answers when I get done. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You should have 5 when you finish. So let's go to our calculator and see if we can find any to help us. 2x raised to the 5th minus x raised to the 4th plus 5x raised to the 3rd plus 3x squared plus 9. Okay? Go to your table. See what zeros you can find. Okay, I try to make sure that they all work. So I'm wondering if I mistyped something. I wonder if that should be a plus. Let me see real quick. I remember doing this problem, okay? So this would be 2x raised to the 5th minus x raised to the 4th plus 5x to the 3rd plus 3x squared Okay, let me tell you where my misprint is. This x should be gone. Plus 3x plus 9. All right, there we go. Let's try that. Okay, clear. Let's retype this whole thing. 2x raised to the 5th minus 8x raised to the 4th plus 5x raised to the 3rd plus 3x plus 9. Times 2 times 2, and this should be 18. That's why. Okay, let me rewrite this. My apologies. I forgot to multiply this one times 2. Okay. There we go. Whew, that's where I messed up. All right. So let me rewrite this equation. 2x raised to the 5th minus 8x raised to the 4th plus 5x raised to the 3rd plus 3x plus 18. There's your equation for number 8. Okay? So ignore all this. Here we go. All right, let's see what answers we can find. The first one I can find is, if you look on the calculator, your y is 0, x is negative 1. I see another one, 2, 3, okay? You see any more? Well, that's all I've got. So there's 3 of my answers. So, first of all, I'm going to do synthetic division, and I'm going to use negative 1 first. Let's see if it works. Make sure they're in order. I'm missing a 0x squared. You guys see that? So I'm going to write 2, negative 8, 5, 0, 3, and 18. Do your synthetic division. Bring down your 2. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. Add negative 10. Negative 10 times negative 1 is 10. Add 15 times negative 1 is negative 15. Add negative 15 times negative 1 is positive 15. Gives you add 18. 18 times negative 1 is negative 18. That gives you 0. So my first answer worked. Okay? Since it's the 5th, and I start off with x to the 5th, and this is x to the 4th, I'm going to use another synthetic division, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms, so I can't group them. So I'm going to continue on, and I'm going to use 2. Bring down your 2, so synthetic division again, so that worked. 2 times 2 is 4, add. Negative 6 times 2 is negative 12, add. 3 times 2 is 6, gives you negative 9. Negative 9 times 2 is negative 18, which gives you 0. So this one also works. Okay? So I've done synthetic division twice because it is a quinting. All right. Now let's see what we've got. You now have 2, negative 6, so this is 2x to the 3rd, because 5, 4, 3. Minus 6x squared plus 3x minus 9. I have 4 terms. I'm going to try to do grouping first, and if grouping doesn't work, I'm probably going to come back here and do synthetic division to get my 3 so that I can go to quadratic formula. So let's see. Let's see if grouping works. Group the first 2, group the last 2. And of course, they're all set equal to 0. Factor out 2x squared from this group. And when you factor that out, you have x minus 3. Plus, what do these two have in common? A 3. Factor out your 3, so you have x minus 3. Okay? Alrighty. Do you guys see how these two are the same? Alright. Set that equal x minus 3 equal to 0. Oops. Add 3 to both sides, so x is equal to 3. That's this one right here. You guys see that? Okay, take this other 2. So I'm going to come over here and do this. 2x squared plus 3, set that equal to 0. Subtract 3, divide by 2, take a square root, and when you square root, you have 2 answers. Okay? Bring out your I, and there you have that answer. Now, you could leave it like that, or you could rationalize. This is what I would take. But if you rationalize, the final answer will be plus or minus, okay? I, square root of 6, square root of 3 times the square root of 2, square root of 6. Square root of 2 times the square root of 2 is square root of 4, which is 2. This is the correct answer, but I will take this one. I, square root of 6 over 2, negative I, square root of 6 over 2. So there you have your 5 answers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there is your number 8. You guys do your very best. It is toward the end of the year, and you only have 2 big tests left, okay? So this is one of the 2. I want you to do well. You're almost there. You're almost finished. Do your best.